Hey guys, it's Diplomat Piper. Sitting here at work, a little bored, so I decided I was going to do a little modding. So I kind of had the urge to turn this Diplomat into a Devil Anse. So, first things I do is take the stem out and take the ferrule off. Throw it in the microwave. 20 seconds. It's hot. It's a little hot to the touch, a little bit like hot potato, but 20 seconds, and then just a simple twist, and it pulls right out. And it leaves it a nice hole, and it leaves this looking nice. All it does is enough heat just to loosen up the glue. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plug it up. So the next thing I do is I go ahead and I throw a 1/2-inch reamer in here. Machine's on, and I'll turn it down to the lowest possible setting, which is literally 25. So when I turn it on, it literally goes that fast. And I'll just do this by hand. I'll slowly just let it. I'll put some pressure on it, and I'll let the reamer do the work. I find this to be a little bit easier than having to turn down some more carbon plugs. And there you go. The hole is reached over to a 1/2 inch, so I can just use a 1/2 inch oak dowel and throw it right in. So the next thing I'll do is I'll take my oak dowel, and I use Type Bond 2. It's wood glue, water resistant, interior, exterior, and it's FDA approved for indirect food contact. So this is what normally everybody will say to use, or everybody does use. So what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and I'll pretty liberally just throw some around as I turn the oak down, and then before it all drips off, I'll just, and it's a tight fit, and I'll just push this sucker in until I see it popping through right there. After that's done, I'll just take my finger and I'll wipe it off. And that's how you put a plug in there. Next thing I'll do is I'll come over to the saw, and I'll literally just cut it, and I'll leave it for hanging. So it ends up looking like that, and that way I can bring it over here without saying. That way, nice and round, flush to the bowl. The next thing I'll do is I'll get my center drill, and I'll load it up in the drill press. And so because it's a Devil Anse, I think normally I would drill it right about here on an angle up into the bowl. But what I think we're going to do is I think I'm going to do it over here because it's going to be kind of facing down anyway. Nah, you know what? I'm going to do it right here. That way if I mess up a little bit, I can always pop this out, drill it out, and do it again. So. There you have it. So now it'll be a little off like that. So now because the center hole is actually a little bit smaller than 1/4 inch, I usually take a reamer and I'll just hand ream. So it goes into the hole, just ream it open a little bit. Gives it a nice tight fixture. Look how clean that looks. That looks pretty stinking clean. It's a nice hole. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to take a piece of stainless steel tubing, I'm going to check to make sure it fits. Very nice. So that's pretty much what it's going to look like. Now I'm going to cut the stainless steel right about here. I'm going to see what kind of acrylic I have. So I'll get to that now. So no matter what you do, always make sure you deburr it. Last thing you want is some metal chips going inside your mouth. Now, okay, so now it looks like this. So after looking at some of the acrylic I have, I thought that this would look cool with it. Piece of acrylic I have. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut this, maybe about here. That way it'll be a little bit farther down, and then I'm going to ream the hole open to fit that. So hopefully that's about the total length you're going to get, about from there to there. So let's see how that looks. So I cut it down the acrylic, so that's what I got. So before you ever glue anything together, always make sure you check everything first. So that goes on there, not that far. Then you can slide this in, about yay far. Always check the draw. Now, in particular, because I was drilling in the acrylic, it has some debris inside the draft hole. So I got to go ahead and clean that out a little bit. Other than that, I like it. Looks good. Got a nice acrylic stem. The colors seem to match. And it's a stainless steel. So after I clean out the airway, I'm going to go ahead and glue this sucker together. So here's the final product. Cleaned out the draft hole a little bit. So I might go ahead and mud it up a little bit because it's going to be on an angle. But overall, that's the final product. So just make sure you let this dry before you go ahead and decide to try to smoke it. Make sure all the glue's dry and so you won't have any problems. Oh, that's today's mod. A Diplomat stainless steel stem and an acrylic bit. Thanks for watching.